Can you feel the light inside? Can you feel that fire? Fire, fire. Can you feel the light inside? Can you feel that fire? Whoa. That album is still hard. That album's still fire. And I even heard that the album is still doing #1. It's been 3 weeks now, still #1. Yeah, that's album. But we're not here to talk about cornucopia. We're here to talk about Cobra Kai Season 6. This is the part, not the part 3, but yeah, it's an in-look of part 3 / my review of part 2. Because sadly, I said I was gonna post a reaction to it, but I didn't end up. I made an oopsie. I made a flunder. I made a mistake. I ended up not. It wasn't recorded. I'll probably put something at the some right here maybe, to show that I wasn't recording the whole time. I was kind of damn. No way. Y'all, I wasn't even recording the whole thing. No. I wasn't even recording. Are you kidding me? I was thinking I should have checked if I was recording too, and I wasn't even recording. Are you kidding me? Wow. A whole hour of recording wasted, brother. I ain't gonna lie, that's disappointing. Not gonna lie, I was kind of devastated a little bit, but then I was just you know what? I'll just post my review, and I'll just let it go from there. Cause I'm just gonna yap anyway. So we gonna do this video from Cobra Kai Nation. The first look of part 3 and everything. So we gonna see. Once I get through these ads and once I, be able to flip the screen to record and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm gonna talk about them after this video. So, but part 2, I will say about part 2, heat. If you haven't seen my video on how Miguel was cooking, cause he was cooking. But yeah. All right, let's get into it, bro. Cobra Kai Nation.
Hello Cobra Kai fans, welcome back to the channel. We have a new preview of Cobra.
Oh yeah, also to mention, Cobra Kai Nation even commented on my video one time. I was like, what the hell? Because I used his thumbnail, and I was like, oh yeah, that is his thumbnail. I'm not gonna lie, I was looking up a whole bunch of images, and his was the best one that popped up, and I just needed a part 2 thing for the trailer, and I was like, this is the best one that looks so far. It was a surprise though, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh cool.
Kai Season 6 Part 3, and yes, we know we just got Part 2, but the Inside the Dojo video that was posted for Part 2 back in July, well, they've done another episode of that, but this time for Part 3, and it shows us what's coming in Part 3, and the cast talk a little bit about what's next. So there will be a spoiler warning as...
Woo! Okay, so there will be rematches. There will be rematches for part 3. I don't know how they're gonna do that, but we gonna see. But Robbie got a hit on him. If y'all don't know about part 2 and about Axel and shit, Axel hasn't got hit once. I've been paying attention. Axel hasn't gotten hit once. The only time he got hit was by his sensei. That's it. Other than that, he's been dominating the entire time. I was even hoping for Miguel to do something to him. I was like, do something to him, Miguel. And he was getting his ass cooked. I ain't even gonna count. I was upset. I was truly upset. But,
well, they've done another episode of that, but this time for part 3, and it shows us what's coming in part 3, and the cast talk a little bit about what's next. So there will be a spoiler warning, as some spoilers will be mentioned in this video. So I do recommend you watch the show first before coming to this video, just in case you haven't fully watched part 2. But without further ado, If you haven't clicked off the video now, then we're going to get straight into it. So Shola says about how they wrap up a lot of stories with all the characters, and they really do it in a really good way. And I definitely think that's hinting at his character. Of course, the OGs, of course, Daniel and Johnny, and the other main kid characters as the core four, Dimitri and Eli, are very important with wrapping up their stories, but also as they're just kids, there's so much to come with them. Vanessa says about how dreams can be finally achieved with some of the characters, and I definitely think some of the characters will be really hoping to do certain things, and we're going to find out what that is. And it's followed by a really quick glimpse of Robbie fighting Axel, and there's so much to break down here. What we can see is that the tournament does resume or happens in some capacity. We also see other dojos there, as even if you get knocked out the Sekai Takai, you still have to be in attendance and watch, even if you don't make it all the way. Now, Robbie and Axel's fight does resume. Not entirely sure what the score is at this point, and if Robbie is still 5 points down to Axel, or they rescinded the points because of the result of the death of Quan in
I think they're gonna rescind it. I don't think they're gonna like keep the point. If they do, that's I guess okay. But like, I don't think they're gonna. I think they're gonna just do a whole reset, because the whole semifinal rounds was Cobra Kai was in it too, and I don't think Cobra Kai is gonna be. Well, I think they are gonna be still fighting. Maybe they do have their top dog out though. That's the thing.
Two in Barcelona at the semi-final stage, as the brawl that occurred might have just reset this fight. We also see a banner to the left which looks like the All Valley Sports Arena banner. We all know what that looks like, and we see the Sekai Takai banner, so it looks like the All Valley Sports Arena is being used for the Sekai Takai, which is very interesting. So what is going on with them going to the Valley? How do they get the fight there? Why aren't they continuing it in Barcelona? What happens that makes them not want to fight there anymore?
Maybe it's a thing. I'm just pointing out a theory. This is a shot in the dark or whatever, but like, it's just, maybe it's a thing where like, maybe Barcelona doesn't want to take the Sekai Taikai there anymore because of what just happened, and apparently no other no other sponsors and shit will take them, and no other places will take them. But then Daniel comes up, or like Johnny comes up with like, hey, we do it at the All Valley or some shit like that. Maybe that happens, something like that. And then like they take his idea, because nobody else will take anybody else's idea, so they run with the Sekai Takai there, and there. I'm just going off the top though.
Maybe they just can't because the host nation has not allowed to continue the tournament, but something back in the Valley will definitely change that. It's feeling like very classic All Valley, but also the stakes are very high because this is still technically the World Tournament. Really curious what that will bring, and really cool to see Robbie facing Axel. What a kick to the face by Robbie to Axel as well. Really interesting what we see there. I'm definitely looking forward to what we see with Daniel as well, with that Miyagi storyline as John Hurwitz teases. And also we see a glimpse of Daniel being surrounded by a bunch of enemies dressed as skeletons, which is very OG Karate Kid with Johnny Lawrence and his OG Cobra friends when they attacked Daniel, and Mr. Miyagi saved him. Really curious what's going on here. We see Daniel doing his classic Miyagi-Do techniques with paint the fence. Really cool, and I'm just really curious what is going on because Daniel's on his own. Is this perhaps another dream sequence? It could be a nightmare sequence, or is Miyagi-Do being attacked by a bunch of Cobra Kai's, or even Silver has sent some menaces to try and hurt Daniel once again. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at this point, but I'm really curious who it is.
Maybe, but the way that it is and the way it's schemed, I think it's a dream.
Really interesting. I'm sure Terry Silver or Kreese will be involved in this scene because Daniel's being swarmed here, but it's just a really specific one, and I'm really worried about him. Can't see Daniel fighting anyone else, but this could be his Mr. Miyagi moment, as Mr. Miyagi saved him in the first Karate Kid film against Johnny Lawrence when he was dressed as a skeleton just like his friends. So late at night, there's loads of smoke as well, as it seems, so something is going on. I really am curious what the scene could be. Again, I would not be surprised if this happens in the earlier stage of part 3. There could be some absolute havoc going down. And we know Terry Silver comes down to the valley because the Iron Dragons are literally there. Although we know Silver's reputation has gone so bad with Cobra Kai and everything that happened in the valley, there could even be a point where he can't enter the valley, because I still think Silver would still be here. Maybe not in this shot with Robbie and Axel fighting, but I think he will be in this scene. Really looking forward to it. So that's the only glimpse we get of part 3, but again, we are 3 months away, so we're not actually that far away from part 3, and that's literally the end of the show. So we really need to enjoy this last few months of the show. And really curious how they're going to end the stories, the character arcs, how the fights are going to go, and how important that is going to be to include Cobra Kai series. So let me know in the comments, what do you think of this new footage? Is there any theories, any details you noticed that I didn't mention? Let me know in the comments. Obviously, subscribe to the channel. Welcome to Cobra Kai Nation if you're new. I'm going to be talking all about the show until it's over, even after that, with the Karate Kid Legends coming up and the future of the Miyagi-verse, and we'll see what that brings. So thank you for watching if you're a usual, and if you're new, thank you for tuning in for the first time. Stay tuned for more, hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next video.
Go ahead! If you thought blah 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 was blah blah blah.
Anyway. Yeah, good overall video, bro. A lot of things to take from like part 3, because honestly, I really like, after it ended for part 2, I really don't know the direction it's gonna go anymore. Like in part, like in the part 1 trailer or whatever, was there a trailer? I think it was. Was it? I don't really remember. I don't remember like even watching the trailer, but in part 1, it was kind of it was cool. It was a cool like part 1. Then part 2 was heat. I loved part 2. Part 2 was awesome. My favorite episode is honestly even one that really didn't even involve too much fighting. It was like episode 8. It was episode 8. It was either episode 8 or episode 7. That one included fighting though. That one was cool. But a lot of things changed. Dimitri and Hawk or Eli made up finally. Like episode 9, I think. Yeah, it was episode 9. And put their thing together. Devin told everybody about what she did to Kenny. And Kenny was, I was gonna be a little bit more mad, but I guess it's because like he said he always liked Devin, so I guess he just let it go. One thing that was a theory that like people actually theorized, I didn't think it was actually like a theory that actually was gonna be a thing, was Kim and Chosen actually like being like a thing. I was like, what the hell? I was like, that is not gonna happen. I was like, no, they're on 2 different sides, and plus like doesn't Chosen have Kumiko? We understand what happens like with that, but it's still like, it's like that them two, nah, that ain't gonna happen. But it ended up actually happening. I was like, okay. I was like, and I was seeing it too, because they were teasing it in the entire episode too. That was episode 8, huh? And then like episode 8 just had like a whole bunch of surprises, a whole bunch of like emotional moments. Cause I ain't gonna lie, when they when also people were also saying that like Carmen may die, I was like, nah, they wouldn't do that. So like they on the whole plane ride home, and I'm just like, damn. And then like they finally get to the room, and all they see is just blood on the sheets. And Miguel start panicking, Johnny start panicking. Like you actually see Johnny emotional. It's like you really get that out of Johnny. So it's like, damn. It's like I was like, don't do that. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to them. I was like, don't. And then like you heard a comment voice, and I was like, okay, don't play with me like that, bro. Do not play with me like that, bro. That was crazy. But yeah, and Quan was that dude. Quan was that. He was in him, bro. I really like Quan, bro. I like Quan a lot. I didn't like, bro. I even said this in like the reaction that I did. I did not expect him to die. I was like, fuck, really? Cause I ain't even gonna lie. I was one of those people where I was like, they're teasing that night, but ain't nothing gonna happen. I was like, they teasing that knife ain't shit. I even said it in my overreaction. I was like, man, put the knife away, Cody, bro. That shit ain't. Nobody's gonna die. Nobody's gonna. I literally said those words and Quan ended up dying. I was like, fuck. By the way, if you get spoiled by this, bro, like you see the title of the video. It's a part 3. Look at. We're clearly gonna talk about part 2. Don't click on here because you're gonna get spoiled, bro. I'm not one of the people who like do like a reaction to shit and it's not gonna promise spoilers. No, you're gonna get spoiled if you watch this, but at least I'll tell you ahead of time. I actually didn't say anything this time. I'll put it in the video still. Spoiler, do not click on if you haven't watched it. But yeah, Quan's character I really liked a lot, and it sucks that like he's gone that quickly, bro. Like from the beginning, you knew he was gonna be a badass. Then like now it's just like he's out. Oh, damn. Axel's pretty interesting. A lot of people are comparing him to like Ivan Dragon, from Rocky, and that's a pretty good comparison because like he doesn't really show that much emotion, really. And like I kind of like, and the thing is like I even said this like after I watched like the part 2 trailer. I don't think I said it like on the video, but like I said like after the part 2 trailer, I was like, I really want Miguel. Like Robbie can get Quan and Robbie rivalry makes sense, but for Miguel and this other dude though that I'm seeing, Axel, I would like Miguel to fight Axel. That would be a pretty good rivalry. Then I saw like the shit. Then I saw the part 2, the other part 2 to it, like the preview look, and I was like, oh yeah, Miguel's gonna like have to fight this dude. But I was like, I don't know, cause like he's the captain, and it's captain versus captain. I don't know. But anyway, also with Tori, I really don't have much to say on Tori, really, to be honest. It's just she's dealing with loss and she's just feeling. Her feelings are everywhere. Her mind is everywhere. She's not fully there. Kind of like how Robbie was. Like Robbie is kind of getting himself together. I don't know how like this death for everybody is gonna affect everybody. I don't know how it's gonna affect Axel either. Because he didn't kill Quan, but he did make him slip on the knife. But at the same time, Quan did have it in his hand. He wasn't gonna use it against Axel, so I don't know. It was self-inflicted, so can't really say he killed him. But I feel like with Axel, that's gonna have like it may like cause him to like feel a certain way about it. I feel like it'll do something to Axel probably. Like it was like a thing where like he didn't mean to like do it, so I think it's gonna like affect him somehow. I don't think it's not gonna affect him at all, but I feel like it's gonna affect everybody though, because it's like, damn, we beat the crap out of each other, but nobody expect us to kill one another. You know what I'm saying? Nobody expect one of us to die, except Quan apparently. And it's like Cobra Kai like kind of get like eliminated for that or like disqualified for that because like they did bring a knife, like, and like I don't know how this works really. That's why I'm saying like I don't know the direction they're gonna go after this, bro. Because it's like I don't know. I feel like time probably has to like pass or something like that, or maybe not. And maybe like they go straight afterwards, like the next day or something. There's a lot to talk about. I think I pretty much covered everything though. He said the fact that Miguel was dogging in the first part of the part 2. He was dogging them niggas, bro. I don't care. I don't fuck what y'all say. He was dogging them niggas. I'm a Miguel Blazer, low key. I'm not even gonna lie about it. But Miguel, my dog. And I even said this in my other video. He ain't going up against Jack Brewer and Jaden, but he's still that top dog. He's still that one. He's still that dude. Anyway, like a lot of these characters, like the story concludes in a good way. I feel like Dimitri and Hawk, they'll have their good send off. Kenny, I feel like Kenny will like get a lot of instead of him like always being embarrassed, he's actually gonna be praised for once and actually gonna be like people are actually gonna give him props, and people are gonna like stop making fun of him and actually see that like he's really a good dude, bro. Like, cause Kenny always was that type of cool dude, but just everybody just kept bullying him and kept embarrassing him and stuff. You know, Sam. I really never understood Sam's real story in a sense. I guess it's like she just wants to find balance in life and just wants to travel and stuff. I really don't really know Sam's like story and stuff. I don't know Miguel. He wants to go to like college and stuff. He wants to do stuff with his life as well. Robbie, like as much as I would like Miguel to win, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm biased. I would like Miguel to like have to fight against Axel and stuff like that. I feel like Robbie really needs the win to complete his story because we all know like the second place thing, but like it's also like he doesn't really like. Even Johnny even realized it. He said he doesn't really have much to go for. Like he's the one who really needs that push. He's the one who really needs to like win this. And Tori, I hope she just finds peace of mind. You know, make her mother proud, of course, but also like do it in a way that's not in a bad way. If that makes sense to what y'all do, that's what I'm saying. If that makes sense, I don't know. Probably not. Anybody else's story? Daniel, you need to find peace in that Miyagi is not a good person. I mean, not saying he's not a good person, but like he's done some bad things in his past, and that's just a lot of people. Like a lot of the most peaceful men on this earth have seen a lot and done a lot of bad things. That's just true, and they can live with the peace that they have because of the things that they've done. It's like Daniel doesn't want to accept it though. He always thinks he's this perfect man, but hey, behind every perfect man there's a lot of issues, bro. Everybody is not perfect. But well, is there anybody else? Oh, Johnny. But Johnny, I see Johnny running Miyagi-Do in the future. You know, because he's a natural sensei. I can't really imagine him with any other job besides being a sensei and being a dad to this daughter. But I think that's everybody, and that's because everything. And Chosen, you and Kim. Now that I see the goal, Chosen and Kim. Because a lot of what Kim talks about is talking about her grandfather's like honor and stuff. It's like you always talk about your grandfather, but what about you? Like what have you done for yourself? Even Tori asked that question like to her. She's like, is it even worth all that, like cutting off everybody and not feeling things and all that type of stuff? It's like, is it even worth all that? And she says yes, but it's like I feel like that's not really like your real answer. Like everybody wants somebody, you know what I'm saying, and wants things. And for you to just say like, yeah, that like that, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all. But and also Kreese and Silver. Silver needs to get put down. That man is a psychopath. And also Kreese. Kreese is a psychopath too, but he's more of like, he's not the most crazy. Then again, he was gonna try to kill Terry in broad daylight, but you know, still. I hope they all have their stories concluded in a good way. All of them. Once again, except Terry. Kreese, I can see it, but Terry, nah. Terry, no, bro. You need to stay away from us. That man is too crafty and too smart. He's like an anime lay loose antagonist. He ain't lay loose smart. I ain't gonna do that. But the way that man think and the way that man move is too crucial, bro. You need to get him out of there. But anyway, that's gonna be my conclusion. That's gonna be my review for part 2 and the look at part 3. I honestly have no clue of what's gonna happen for part 3. I have no clue at all. But I'm interested and I'm excited nonetheless. It's all the way in February too. Oh my gosh. That's about the same amount of months that took from part 1, right? When did part 1 come out? Like, I don't really even remember when part 1 came out. But it'll go by fast, bro. I just gotta find some other things to do, other things to watch, which there are plenty to watch. So stay tuned for this channel for things that I may react to or do. I will say this. I am working on a cover for Balloon. And by Balloon, I mean Tyler, the creator, is a balloon from Chromacopia. It's harder than I thought it was too. Doing a whole song, you gotta really pay attention to like the harmonies and the backgrounds and like any type of little things, and like it's harder than I thought it was gonna be. I mean, it's easy when you're doing like just like 30 seconds worth of that stuff, and it's cool. But doing a whole thing like that's tough. I give credit to other people who like do that. And I'm doing it all just on like one device and stuff. I think everybody does it like on one device though, so it's not that much fun. But anyway, I'm done yapping. This is the end of the app. So probably people already tuned off when the video was done. But still, if you stuck around for this long to hear my opinions and my thoughts, I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all stay blessed, stay out the way. Sub to Cobra Kai Nation for all Cobra Kai content, and I'll see y'all boys or gals in the next video. Peace out. May y'all be well. That's Naruto. That's not. Yeah, that's Naruto. That has nothing to do with Cobra Kai. What am I doing?